So BJJ and MMA.com here with Laura Marcusse after her big win tonight. So Laura, I know you had some struggles getting on this card, first of all, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Did I ever? Yeah. I had an opponent lined up for, gosh, at least a month, and then an hour before the weigh-ins yesterday, I got a call that she was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
So fighting with child is frowned upon.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, so I honestly didn't think it was going to happen because it's so hard to find opponents for myself anyway,
Right.
just a smaller weight class.
Right.
So I thought, oh my gosh, there's just no chance that we're going to be able to find anybody. But they pulled through. So 9 o'clock, I was sitting on the couch thinking, I'm not fighting tomorrow, I'm just going to relax. Totally not in the right frame of mind. And my manager called me, he's like, get your game face on.
Oh, nice. So a little bit tonight, her name was Kyla
Kyla Potter.
Potter, that's right.
Yep.
And so tell us, did you know anything about her going into the fight?
I knew a little bit because she actually had fought the girl I was supposed to fight, so I had seen one video of her. Mm-hmm. I think her record is maybe 3-2. If I could be wrong on that. But I didn't know much about her. You know, I only had a couple hours to try to figure out what she was all about. But I did know that she was naturally my size, which I was super excited about because it's really hard for me to find fights that are legitimate 105ers. Even though we didn't fight at 105 just because she had no chance to cut. She could have easily made 105. So we were both the same size, and that part of it was awesome.
Nice. So tonight in the fight, BJJ and MMA, obviously we focused on the jiu-jitsu. We saw some slick rubber guard from you, multiple submission tip after submission tip attempt. Would you consider yourself a jiu-jitsu fighter, or what would you call yourself?
Yeah, my background is actually in karate, but at this point I would definitely say I am a jiu-jitsu fighter. I'm much more comfortable on the ground, and you know, our school has really good jiu-jitsu, and I train with some really great guys. But yeah, I feel really comfortable, especially once I kind of got my hands on her. I could feel how strong she was, and I felt I'm going to have no problem getting wrist control and really going to work. So even though we fell after I kneed her in the head, we kind of fell back.
Right.
I wasn't worried about it. I actually do better off my back because, you know.
Yeah. It seemed to work tonight.
Yeah.
In the end, a little bit controversial. Tell us what happened. The replay it still was really unclear as far as from the viewing audience. But tell us your thoughts. She tapped, she didn't tap. What happened there at the end?
I didn't physically see her tap, but I know for a fact that her elbow was super hyperextended. I felt it crunch a little bit. And so I'm not going to be surprised if she did tap. I think I heard the referee say, no, you tapped, like you specifically made that motion. She said, well, I only did it once. So I can understand that. Like I feel for her, and it's frustrating to lose in a way that you don't feel like you necessarily deserve. And I'd happily fight her again. You know, she's a good opponent and definitely awesome for stepping up so last minute. But yeah, I think it was inevitable. I had a really tight grip on her arm, and she was trying to move in different positions, and I just kept following her, you know, making sure her thumb was up. And
well, that's what we like to hear. Inevitable there. So last thing, thanks again for the time. But anybody want to thank here at the end, Laura?
I just really want to thank my school. Grindhouse is awesome. My coach Brian Davidson, Paul, for getting me worked up, for getting me warmed up, not worked up, maybe a little bit worked up too. Just everybody at my school, Grindhouse, is just so awesome, and they're really supportive guys, and I get real nervous, and they keep me calm down, so it's good.
Well, cool. Thank you very much for the time. Again, here with Laura Marcusse at Titan Fighting 20.